We are doing Delirium, Beyond and Breach on Tier 17 map. Delirium have random explosions which shocks players. Shaper beams are also deadly. You can see we're not casting vulnerability. It's auto-casted with our Warcry setup. Monsters are chilled most of the time as we trigger Creeping Frost from blocking. These enables consistent damage throughout the map. Just to show you how tanky we are, let's take some damage from mobs and Shaper Beam. You can see how our explosion is doing. Compared to Gladiator, we have less explosions, but we make it up with better area of effect. We are also immune to Frozen, Ignite, Shock, Bleeding, and Poison, which Gladiator have a hard time dealing with. We auto-cast Immortal Call, and it lasts 3 seconds. If we take too much damage in a short period of time, we can leap away and Immortal Call will be active. Since we have high life regeneration and leech, we will heal back up. You're welcome to watch the rest of the mapping, or go to next chapter as we will discuss the mechanics of this build. You can find the detail guide in official forum. There's mapping showcase, detail explanation of techs we used, and also step-by-step guide for this build. Lacerate of Haemorrhage is a bleeding skill. When paired with Tempest Rising Boots, enemies will take bleeding damage as if they're moving while affected by elemental ailments. To inflict elemental ailments, we are using Creeping Frost, and it's triggered by our shield when we block. We can also use Frostblink in case the enemy is not hitting us. We have huge AoE for both skills as our body armor increases area of effect. If we remove our body armor, the size of the skill are reduced. auto-triggering Creeping Frost, and having enough AoE is important as it makes our damage consistent throughout battle. One of the challenges of this build is life regeneration. We managed to get it from our gloves, few life regeneration node from passive tree, and Ascendancy node untiring. During battle, we can generate up to 8,000 life per second. Without flask, we have 600 life regenerated. With flask, we have around 1,300. For shock immunity, we are using Tempest Shield. For frozen immunity, we are using Unstoppable. For ignite, we are taking this node which cannot be ignited at maximum endurance charge. We are also immune to bleeding and poison. Since we're using Supreme Ostentation, an attribute on our tree does nothing. We utilize it with Avoid Bleeding tattoos. For poison immunity, we are using this node. Since we don't care about attributes, we can use the highest tier evasion helmet. We convert all the evasion for armor using this node. For blocks, we are using the new unique shield which makes our block lucky. We are also taking few nodes on passive tree for blocking. For Immortal Call, we are using it with automation and more duration. It will last 3 seconds and have a cooldown time of 1.5 seconds. It will have high coverage during mapping and makes us more tanky. Compare with Molten Shield, it has 4-second cooldown time and lasts for 3.6 seconds. Immortal Call makes us tanky to physical damage. That's why Immortal Call is the choice here. For mana cost, we are taking few node from the tree. And also the Searing Exarch implicit on helmet. If you have mana issue early on, this node will help. For explosion, we rely on Sublime Vision. We also get AoE from Body Armor, which help with explosion range. For Curse, we are auto-casting with this setup. The mana cost can be reduced by adding an Inspiration support gem. Mana cost need to keep low to support our attack rate.